Hi friends, update on dating at 45. So I had a date set up with this guy. We technically met on Tuesday, met meaning texting, and then we had a conversation because he asked if he can call me, and I was so excited. I was like, absolutely. So, he was funny. He sounded like he had a good personality, but in that conversation, there were certain things that stood out to me where my discernment started to kick in, and I was feeling I don't know about this guy. Certain things that I would say that are like, I don't negotiate. But we hung up the phone, which was a Wednesday. And then Thursday morning, I get up every morning, I say my prayer. And that's one thing I did was I asked God, I said, God, if this is not the man for me, and if he does not have good intentions and not a good heart, please remove him. So that was Thursday morning, maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. And we talked Wednesday. Well, come all Thursday, I didn't hear from him. Friday, I didn't hear from him. And that's a good sign. I wasn't going to give him a call. I wasn't going to chase anybody. But that was God's way of answering my prayer. My discernment kicked in. Something didn't seem right. And I said a prayer. And I asked God, take him out. And he did, because this guy didn't call me back. Anyways, you're going through the weeds here. Going through the weeds.
Now, I can only assume many of you guys are thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. And it's cap, if I do say so myself, right? So she made a prayer. So she said her non-negotiables, whatever it is, some red flags that came up. If there's red flags and you already decided at this point, why are you praying? That should be it, done and over with. Second thing is, this woman's 45 years old, right? A lot of these women are getting too picky in the fact that you could tell she really liked this guy, because she's like, I didn't hear from him Thursday, I didn't hear from him Friday. So at the end of the day, women don't want to take L's. They don't want to look thirsty. They want to look like they came out on top. So at the end of the day, God probably saved him from you. Women always just think that they're better at the end of the day, and it's never their fault. You probably said some stuff that you didn't think, these are my non-negotiables and this, that, and the third, and da-da-da. He was just being nice at the end of the day. So it just came up, and it just, it's just some triggers. And, I didn't hear from him Thursday. I didn't hear from him Friday. And you're probably not going to hear from him. That's how people are, bro. They're not into you. Dudes aren't really that thirsty. You probably was talking all this modern woman stuff, and my man is like, you sound like a headache. So let me go on about my business. If you want to call me, I can clap at best, but that's about it.